they whisper while you're talking. So, yeah. That's why I asked if I could record you, is more so to see if anything pops up in the recording.
That's right. And down here, you can imagine that the people in the know, the people who actually ran this engine room, if I say anything wrong, they're apt to correct me on tape.
Yeah, right?
That's one of the things you would hear.
It's a full, I think we're back where we started.
Yep. We are. We're going to go up one more level, and this is actually a pretty extensive area. So it's really interesting to see the full part of the ship.
There was a little bit of something.
Yeah.
She had a little meter reading there.
Yeah,
Escape hatch.
the major yet.
Gotcha.
All the ghost hunters swear by this.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, dime.
Did they make you download that when they came?
Well, they didn't make this. I'm like, I want it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Somebody told us dime. I don't know.
Oh. Dime or dine?
Dime.
Dime.
From the heat, maybe?
Maybe someone dropped the coin.
Yeah. Maybe there's a dime down here somewhere.
Maybe wants a dime pay.
Burn.
Is it,
Yeah, you're
is,
definitely by the burner. I know that.
Are you starting to get stuff?
I heard something.
Weather.
Weather.
Nice.
This is fairly close to we're more or less a midship, but this would have been, you would have had more motion in this part of the ship with weather than you would have in, say, the very back.
Sandy.
Or it could be describing maybe a beach or something.
Yeah.
Weather, sandy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we live there.
Yeah, right?
Weird. These are the valves they used to turn when
Oh my
up on
gosh.
the bridge of telegraph. They'd say ahead, and then you turn the valve.
Yeah.
I
You
can't
know,
even
Captain didn't
imagine.
have the throttle. He told the engine room what to do. The admiral told him, and then he told the engineer.
Name. That's my name.
Say my name. You can ask him and say, do you know my name?
Do you know my name?
Mm-hmm. He might tell you.
If this happens, I'm gonna freak out.
I've had it happen.
Yeah.
It's definitely picking up stuff like the whole time in here. Oh, getting stronger.
I hit pockets on occasion where I can feel things.
Me?
Yeah.
I see that.
Where? Where do you want to meet?
Trying to communicate to us.
When?
Yeah.
That place is the bridge.
Yeah.
My interpretation of that is the ship is trying to tell us something. I over-anthropomorphize this ship all the time. I've come to believe that she is a living, breathing being.
I got that.
She's definitely feminine. She's definitely has memories and personality.
See the light going off over here?
Again,
It was
she's
flipping
happy
out like
now
crazy
because her
solid
boys are
now.
back.
It was flipping out like crazy. He's like, do you see the light? That's what he's talking about. I think the ship's trying to tell us something. I got it
Okay.
recorded.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got it recorded?
Yep, I got it recorded.
I got manual.
well, there's actually manuals on the wall over here about mouth to mouth.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, like seriously,
Oh my
yeah.
god, really?
What?
Yeah, manuals on how to deal with,
Manual, yeah.
yeah. We're already having fun, sorry.
Oh, someone just beeped.
Oh yeah, somebody else is beeping now.
So he wanted to come down and see all the dials and things like that are mainly the same kind of dials that you would see, on a modern.
This was the light that was freaking out.
Which
So,
light?
right here,
That was
right,
it.
right,
This is all,
just right here.
Okay.
This is the one.
See if you've already
Just
seen
FYI for later.
that kind of thing.
What the fuck was that?
So look, you, and my wife hates it when I do this. If you feel like you want to, reach out and touch something, go ahead and do it. My wife is sure that I'm going to touch the one button on the ship that starts it up. It launches a plane or something. I don't know what she thinks, but she doesn't like me doing it. But I think that the Yorktown doesn't mind being explored in that way.
Yep, here it goes
This
again.
light's going on.
there
does
goes
that
again.
usually
She
flicker?
got a message, something. There it goes again.
So record that and see. It doesn't look like Morse code to me.
That was too fast.
Yeah.
Dread.
It's just flickering.
Yeah, it's just strobing, yeah.
Dread?
Yeah.
You're supposed to be scared of that. Keep going again.
And
No,
then the second we get close to it, stops.
Yep.
Yep.
Keep going.
Mm-hmm. Ears.
Okay, make a sound for us.
He is. He is
Ears.
typical.
Ears.
Oh, ears.
Yeah.
Well, we heard that high pitched squeal
yeah,
right
that
over
was
there.
like
Squeal. Did you guys,
Did you
hear
guys
like a
hear
beep
that?
or a squeal?
It was like a high pitch, like
heard it.
yeah. He
We
put
heard
his
it.
cell phone kind of close to the light, and all of a
That's
sudden,
like
like we heard this high pitched squeal like come out, and it was kind of weird.
Will you guys follow me?
Yeah,
Cool.
of course,
We
please.
got more stuff to see. I can't wait to get you guys in some of the other spaces.
We're very enthusiastic.
Absolutely, it's fun. Gather over there, and I'll put that barricade.
Okay, sounds good.
This is actually, wow.
Yeah, I felt
Yeah,
it.
there's a fly that just went.
Oh, is it? Okay, I was wondering if there was a fly in here.
Definitely getting
Okay. Oh yeah, there, I just saw it. Okay.
There's a fly in here?
Yeah.
seat. Is there a seat down here?
That's too bad.
Oh, we can play with them.
Yeah, I do all the time.
That's awesome.
All right. We're gonna head back this way and head on into our area that again, this area is dark. It's confusing. I'll give you the layout of it, and when you feel something, you're welcome to kind of head off in any direction that you like
Okay.
and do the investigations. I can tell you that the area we're going into has seen some death. There is a battle dressing station in this area. Battle dressing stations are first aid stations, well equipped, well manned, and it kind of made sense on a warship that you had these areas spread throughout the ship so that injured sailors could get medical attention almost immediately. The battle dressing stations tended to be customized somewhat to the part of the ship they were in. You could expect certain injuries to occur in one area that you might not get so much of in another area. This particular battle dressing station dealt with burn victims. Primarily. That was where they were stabilized, and not just burns from fire, but steam, chemical, and radiation as well. The ship carried nuclear weapons during the Cold War, so if there was any place on the ship where there was an intense amount of human suffering, emotional energy, it's going to be in this area, and it lingers still to this day. It's just like grooves in a record. All right, right this way.
My hand position. See my cousin.
Is it tight?
Yeah, it's tight, especially with the backpack.
Yeah, take it down.
Oh, wow. Bailey.
The baby coat jumped.
What is that?
Bailey coat
Jumped.
jumped.
I'll have to look up some names.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sounds like a surname.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was going red.
Thank you.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Now, what's the story the pilot that magically disappeared on the ship one day?
Lieutenant Hummel.
Okay.
So it's an interesting story. Lieutenant Hummel was a bomber pilot, and I think I told you guys this story when you came on board.
I think so.
Yeah, Lieutenant Hummel was a bomber pilot, came on board in 1943. And the guy just always got lost on this ship.
Mine just went.
Gently. I'm getting something too on this. Look at.
We're talking about Hummel. Maybe
Yeah,
it might have triggered something.
Actually, you mentioned him and
Winds.
got
Maybe
here
winds
jumped.
took him off, like blew him off.
Winds? Yeah, we
Or jumped.
or jumped. Okay.
They don't know what happened to him.
Is getting
Yeah, no, my left hand
Jumped.
is
How
too.
weird
Yeah,
is that?
there's something definitely in this hood. Sorry, keep
Yeah, no,
going,
that's
darling.
We'll see if I can't stir it up again.
Right?
Oh, I feel
Lieutenant
something
Hummel,
too, like goosebumps. Yeah.
he went up on deck,
I'm
on the
getting
flight deck
goosebumps.
for a mission
My
as a
hair,
bomber
look at
pilot,
standing
but
up.
they canceled the mission. That's the last time anybody saw Lieutenant Hummel on the ship. That day he vanished without a
11.
trace. He could have gone overboard. He could have jumped. Wind could have blown him over. They just don't know. Frankly, you know, I don't know how common suicide was back in those days, but I imagine that you had the same kind of mental issues then.
Oh, I'm sure.
Great stress, tremendous moral conflicts and ethical conflicts going on at that time too. So anything could have happened, or he could have just wandered the ship and still is here today. Certainly the guy that was 102 years old at the reunion, he was at the christening of the ship.
Wow.
So
That's
it is
amazing.
possible,
I
yes.
feel coolers.
Yeah, I'm getting weird temperature flexing. Yep. I can only imagine cooking for that many people. Like,
Yeah, took a day. Took a day just to assemble the ingredients and another day to cook it all.
Wow.
I believe
so 2
it.
days to make one meal.
Wow.
How many men were on the ship at any point? Like, max number?
It's 2,800 minimum, 3,500 maximum, so
Holy crap.
3,000.
Floating city, then. Wow.
It is a floating city. When you think about it, she had a dentist office, doctor's office, a post office. She had movie theaters. She had. She even has a church.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that area was lit, definitely.
I
Yeah.
feel a draft now what I think it is, but there was definitely a short time
I can feel a draft in
hair stood
here.
up.
MAA office. I don't know what that is. Just an admin office.
How did that thing say?
There must be a video playing.
It says baby.
That is an audio track of men washing dishes and stacking pots.
Okay.
Why anybody thought that would enhance your experience on the ocean, I'll never know.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go up this ladder. And then we have one more ladder before we get to the hangar bays, and that's where we'll move into that really.
What's your duck?
We had a fraternity formal back here last night.
This place is huge. Headstone?
AA guns.
Yeah, you'll get random stuff unless you're like. Yeah. But it's trying to talk to you. Uh-huh.
And we're moving toward the front of the ship right now.
Gruesome.
And we're going to the weird, right?
Yeah, right.
If you guys gather in, I'm gonna
Yeah.
close that sort of fence, right? And down below was, it was a three-dimensional model of Charleston's harbor. It was beautiful, incredibly detailed, and you would walk around it, and you could look down and see, and there'd be information stations where you could get, you know, an idea of what you were looking at, that kind of thing. Years ago, this is something that actually got the ghost hunters to come out here. Security was sure that there were people in this room after hours, so they call Mount Pleasant Police. And the police show up, and they scour this area, and they go down this way, and they look all through the very front of the ship, and they can't find anything. One of the officers reported that he saw shadows moving around back there that belonged to something much larger than a human being. And to give that guy some credibility, he's the police chief of Mount Pleasant Police. So not someone prone to flights of fancy or. When I was doing tours downtown a few nights ago, it just dawned on me that every spirit downtown is a spirit of some victim of foul play, or some tragic romance that ended in some Romeo and Juliet suicide type situation, that kind of thing. It was all horrible. The spirits downtown. On this ship, the spirits are really spirits of men who dedicated their lives to this country and this ship.
Mm-hmm.
We don't think they're here to hurt us. That said, there is something we believe, and so do our mediums and psychics that we reach out to for stuff like this. Believe that there's something malevolent down in the area that we're going into. And you should know that ahead of time. I think I'll reveal to you later where we think it comes from. Okay? I don't want to tell anybody right now. In for a penny, in for a pound. You're going down there anyway.
What's the police chief's first name?
Is it Richie? I think is.
Holy shit.
Close. Okay.
That popped up when you were talking about it.